Good afternoon. My name is Greg Malinowski. I'm hoping you'll see your way to voting for me for County Commissioner in District 2 in November. This is quite an interesting district. It's up here on this end of the county. A lot of it's unincorporated and most of it's urban. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about myself today, a little bit, some of the things I've done through the time. I come from a small farm that's located on the edge of the Multnomah-Washington County line. At this point, we've reinvented ourselves to selling grass-fed organic beef. We find that that is an excellent method for generating some added dollars to the product and keeping us in business. My dad raised us on the farm. He always told us, he said, you know, guys, don't ever borrow money to put in the business. Get yourself another job, earn some money, and put that in the business, because you don't want to be someplace where a banker can do something to you or where some other misfortune could have you. So while other farms have gone out of business or been foreclosed on, we struggle through. Now, we don't have the newest or fanciest equipment, but we're well organized to do that, and that's one of the strengths of small and medium sized businesses in the area. Most of our economic engine comes from those small and medium-sized businesses. Even when we don't have a recession, that's the case. Large businesses are very good at hiring hundreds of people, but the truth of the matter is they don't always do that when the economy's down. They wait till the economy's good and then they do it. On the cutting edge at the bottom is the small and medium businesses, and those are the guys who are taking chances and putting themselves out on the line. And those are the guys the county needs to work with to make sure they succeed. There's a famous tire company here in town. It's kind of local to the state of Oregon. When you go in there, they run out. If they're not busy, they run out before you get in the door to see what you might need and how they can help you. And otherwise, you go in and there's somebody waiting for you there to help you. And as a small business person, I've been into the county clerk's office to try and get information on permits. I don't see that kind of activity very much. I don't know how much the rest of you have been in there, but for small businesses and for medium-sized businesses, we don't have that. Now, the county's getting better, but we need to work more that way, because these are the folks that are putting people to work. These are the folks who are putting new businesses into position and hiring new people, even when there's a recession. And we need to do what we can in a county to find a solution for them and get them on their way. And sometimes that means just hearing what they think they want and directing them, because that's the same thing they do down at our friends at Les Schwab, too. So, I mean, and that's part of it. That's just part of it. And we need to have a county that reflects that. We need to treat businesses like they're important to us no matter what size they are, because, you know, most businesses, you know, even Tektronix started in a small storefront. And thank you. I do understand what it's like. I was in the high-tech business 30 years, and I know what happens with offshoring and downsizing, and we need to always be keeping new businesses coming up. Another issue is we need to be very smart with our resources, land use and taxes. Land use, for the last 150 years, this area has given us the wealth that we have has come off the land. We do great with fiber, we do food. It provides us with food security, a source for fiber. It provides us with fresh air. And right now, almost everybody in this county lives within 30 minutes of being able to get outside the urban growth boundary and get to a farm to buy produce or something else. That's the way it is today. And I think we need to spend our future urban reserves wisely. And that means that you don't open new ground for development. The same way if you had a loaf of bread half used at home, you wouldn't open another loaf of bread and start pulling out of it. We need to make sure that what we've spent the money on already for resources and transportation we're using, and we're getting our full use out of it before we open the next one. And that's actually what I think we need to do. Farmland can be retooled into production of food in as little as 1 year. It's one of the the best ways we have for being able to respond to a market instantly and fast. And we'll have that as long as we have the farmland, even if they're shipping commodities. And the other thing is taxes. We currently we have infrastructure already out there. We have a developer who said in North Bethany, for instance, we're putting 800 acres in, and it looks like, according to the county's figures, They're going to be asked, the taxpayers, to produce about $220 million in subsidies for the transportations outside that area. And that's a lot of money, and the developer himself said, you know what, I can't compete with a subdivision being built where the services are already there, and that's why I need the taxpayers to pitch in on this. Thank you very much for your time.